Hi, my name is Rob from SkidSteerSolutions.com. I want to introduce you to the Timberline commercial tree shear. We've handled these for almost 10 years now. We were actually involved with the original inventor of this shear. As you can see, it's a commercial duty shear. It has a hydraulically rotated cylinder, so you can not only shear the trees off at the base, but you can actually rotate it, trim branches, and also pick the tree up, cut it into sections, and carry it away. Okay, starting out with some of the features and benefits. First of all, this features a electrically controlled hydraulic solenoid that's situated inside this box here. It's all protected. It's controlled through a simple circuit here. This one's plugged into a 14-pin, but we also have, through Skid Steer Solutions, we have a 7-pin converter, as well as we have a generic wiring kit for those of you that don't have any kind of electrical in front of your machines. The rotational cylinder is a Prince 2.5-inch cylinder. It's controlled through the electric over hydraulic solenoid valve here, and it actually allows you to pivot this more than 100 degrees, so you can actually get in at different angles and trim branches, or like I said, you can cut the tree off, rotate it, cut it into sections, and actually pick the sections of the tree up. Sydney is the actual patent holder for this design. There are a few other knockoffs out there, but they don't do it quite as well as Sydney does it. It's an exceptional way that they have of actually rotating this shear, where it doesn't come apart when you're lifting up things. You can actually lift heavy objects with it, and it does a really great job. Okay, the opening of this shear is designed to take up to a 14-inch hardwood tree. We guarantee that as long as they're green. But what we've also noticed is we've been able to do like pine trees. They're a little bit softer material. We've been able to do up to about 22 inches. Now that's a big tree, so you have to be very careful when you're cutting a tree like that. But the jaw does allow you to get a larger tree or larger brushes or multiple stranded type of trees that come up through here. If you notice, it's got a serration here, so when you try to cut into something, it doesn't allow it to squirt out the front of the shear. The blade is made out of 1-inch T1 steel. That's a structural 100,000 pound rated steel. So it's very, very strong and robust, and really doesn't cause you any troubles when you're trying to cut even the largest material. The pivot points, starting with the rotational shear, it's a 1-inch 4140 induction hardened steel. It has a zerk in the front here so that you can easily grease it. There's another one down below. The main pin here is 1.5 inches, again 4140, chromed, very, very expensive and very, very nice pin. Keeps this whole thing together and keeps it from coming apart. And then the main rotational pin. Now this is the pin that takes a lot of abuse. It's actually a 3-inch 4140 induction hardened chromed pin, and what it does is it's so big because what happens is when you cut something and you rotate, you cut into sections, you pick it up, you're now using this as a grapple and you've got leverage against that pin. So we have to use the absolute best quality that we can possibly muster to make this thing stay together, and it has held up very, very well. Like I said, we've had these for about 10 years now and we've had no problems at all. The power for this shear is delivered from this 5.5-inch custom designed Prince cylinder. These come out of Iowa. They're the absolute best quality cylinders you can get for this type of application. They've been building these cylinders now for, again, over 10 years now. They've been producing the cylinders for these, and it's exceptional quality. We have almost zero warranties on these. It's protected now on top here, so things can fall on top of it and it just doesn't damage the cylinder. Again, this provides for a very, very strong shearing action, and we'll demonstrate that shortly for you. I'm just going to get in the machine now and I'll demonstrate how the rotational features work on this shear.